Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Evening News for today, Saturday, June 24, 2023. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. In the headlines this evening, customers can switch providers while retaining numbers from July. PM announces 200 persons on East Bank Demerara to get small business grants, says VP JAGDEO. Demerara Harbor Bridge to close at July month end for 3 days. New Amsterdam house collapses with mother, kids inside. And 2 CANU ranks in police custody for stealing from suspect. And now for the news in detail. Consumers in Guyana would be able to switch service providers while retaining their cell phone numbers from the month of July, a move which has been dubbed a game changer for the local telecommunications sector. Rupasina Ryan has our lead story tonight.
Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips made this announcement on Friday as telecommunications giant GTT celebrated its achievement of reaching 150,000 homes with fiber connectivity at the Marriott Hotel. This local number portability service was made possible through efforts by the Public Utilities Commission.
And in July, Guyana will welcome the highly anticipated and game-changing local number portability service, allowing customers to retain their numbers regardless of their provider. So you could change providers, but you retain your number. And that's a big move for us in Guyana.
Speaking of the vital role the private sector plays in fostering innovation and technical developments, he emphasized the government's commitment to creating an environment that is favorable to the sector's expansion. Prime Minister Phillips went on to credit the improved ICT service and infrastructure as a result of the liberalization of the telecommunications sector.
The private sector has a critical role in driving innovation and technological advancements. Businesses must embrace digital transformation, equipping their workforce with the necessary skills to leverage ICTs for increased productivity, efficiency, and competitiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, we acknowledge that much hard work went into expanding its reach across Guyana's terrain. That is GT&T, reach across Guyana's terrain. It required vision, dedication, and a commitment to creating a more inclusive and connected country.
To date, GTT has outlined that 2/3 of homes have access to GTT fiber, while they have reached about 75% fiber coverage. Chief Operations Officer Ishwar Takardin underscored their continued commitment of providing international technology and connectivity to Guyana.
We're committed to providing international technology and connectivity to our valued customers, and at an aggressive pace. We celebrate this milestone and we look forward to greater connectivity. 2/3 today, we're going to get to 3/4 of all homes by the end of next year. We will continue to build on these successes. We'll connect more communities and create a brighter, more digitally empowered Guyana.
Rupasina Ryan, The Evening News.
Some 200 persons on the East Bank of Demerara will soon benefit from small business grants in order for them to expand their current operations. Here is Rupasina Ryan again with the details.
Vice President Barrett JAGDEO recently engaged the residents of Coverden, East Bank Demerara, where he announced that a team will be dispatched to select eligible persons. One of the common requests has been small business assistance.
Kwame will be working with a team to do about 200 persons on the East Bank, but that's the whole East Bank who will get a grant from the government. But it's only 200.
With all processes completed, JAGDEO informed that the grants could be paid as early as next week. However, he pointed out that due process must be followed in enabling a fair exercise, reaching those who are in greatest need.
I want it done fairly, and not everybody. People need assistance, but we can't do all at once. Remember, we have the whole country to do. And if you do 200 persons, then $200,000, that's each. That's a lot of money, right? So, and we have to do it right across Guyana, from region 1 to 10.
This development comes just a few days after the VP had announced that over 700 small business owners from across the 10 administrative regions would soon receive grants from the Small Business Bureau to help them grow their enterprises and achieve sustainability. Leading up to the local government elections, it was discovered that many persons who had applied and had met the qualification did not receive the grants. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa has reassured farmers that the Guyana government is working with stakeholders in the Caribbean region to have agriculture insurance available here in the coming years. More in this Lawana McAllister report.
Minister Zulfikar Mustafa made this remark during an engagement with a group of farmers and other residents of Corvaden, East Bank Demerara. The Agriculture Minister was at the time responding to a question from a farmer who asked about government's position on agriculture insurance.
Right now in the Caribbean, we look at that. We look at a product because Grace Kennedy, you know Grace Kennedy is a big company. Yeah. They're looking at that to do agriculture insurance around the Caribbean. We now have a pilot project going on in Guyana. So the right time you ask the question. The government is interested in agriculture insurance. And I am very passionate about it as Minister of Agriculture.
According to Mustafa, oftentimes when there are floods and other natural disasters during which farmers lose their crops and or livestock, it is the government that bore the financial burden to compensate the farmers for their losses. He added that in some cases, not all farmers benefit from those disbursements.
The last time we had the floods in 2021, we had to find $7.8 billion to give back to farmers. So if we have insurance, agriculture insurance, that will help a lot. And I'm hoping that before my tenure out as minister, we can get our agriculture insurance again.
CARICOM leaders have been working with the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility and Jamaica-based Grace Kennedy towards the establishment of regional agriculture insurance. The CARICOM Ministerial Task Force, which is chaired by Minister Mustafa, has established an agriculture insurance technical working group to engage Grace Kennedy developing and implementing the insurance product. Meanwhile, Minister Mustafa indicated earlier this year that the Ministerial Task Force has listed agriculture insurance as one of its priority areas identified for 2023 that will help to advance regional efforts aimed towards achieving Vision 25 by 2025, which Guyana is leading. Lawanda McAllister, The Evening News.
2 ranks of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, CANU, are currently under investigation for allegedly stealing from a suspect. In a brief statement, head of CANU, James Singh, disclosed that the 2 officers were placed in the custody of the Guyana Police Force today to assist with investigations into the simple larceny matter. According to Singh, the 2 CANU officers are alleged to have stolen items from an individual who was detained during a CANU operation in Berbice, Region 6. The CANU head noted that the matter has been handed over to the Guyana Police Force and investigations are in progress. Coming up on the other side of the break, New Amsterdam house collapses with mother, kids inside. Please stay tuned.
Turbo energy drink rolling out the Turbo Hot Summer Wheels promotion. Win a brand new 2023 Honda HR-V. Plus over $3 million in weekly cash and prizes. Just grab any bottle of Turbo energy drink, Buster or Classic, and locate the 8-digit code on the bottle. Then visit Turbo IG and Facebook at Turbo_Caribbean. For more details, conditions apply.
Sally's Boutique is the place to shop when looking for quality high-end men and women footwear, wristwear, wallets, and clothing. Follow us on Instagram, Sally's Boutique GY. We're located at Charlotte Street between Camp and Wellington Streets. Contact us on 231-7519. That's 231-7519. WhatsApp 613-9578. That's 613-9578. Sally's Boutique, the new home of Clarks.
Entrepreneurs, coconut byproducts are in high demand. How can you cater to that demand? By investing in a coconut shredder from Sylvie's. Guaranteed to increase your output, this 110-volt stainless steel machine shreds coconut in seconds, allowing you to also save on labor and time. From the shreds, you can create coconut powder, oil, milk, etc. Order yours now at sylviesonline.com or at our 31 High and Hatfield Street store.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Public Works Minister Juan Edgel has announced that the Demerara Harbor Bridge will be closed for a period of 3 days in the last week of July 2023 to facilitate the replacement of Span 9 on the bridge. This closure is scheduled to start from 11:59 p.m. or 23:59 hours on Monday, July 24, 2023, and would end at 11:59 p.m. or 23:59 hours on Thursday, July 27, 2023. Advised by his technical staff at the Demerara Harbor Bridge Corporation, the minister explained that this specific time period is based on the tide between July 24 and 29. He added that the logistics for this replacement were also meticulously planned to occur during the closure of the school term in order to ensure a smooth transition and as little inconvenience to the public as possible. This notice is also being made 1 month ahead of the scheduled closure in order to ensure persons and businesses make necessary alternative arrangements where needed. Minister Edgel noted that the replacement of Span 9 would result in a much smoother retraction operation in the future, as well as enable wider vessels to pass through the channel. The new retractor span is valued at $1.2 billion and was built by Industrial Fabrications Inc. Last September, Span 9 was damaged when the Panamanian-flagged vessel MV Tradewinds Passion crashed into the bridge during a retraction period, rendering the bridge inoperable for several days. A mother of New Amsterdam, Berbice, is counting her lucky stars after her house collapsed while she and 2 of her 4 kids were inside. In the Andrew Carmichael report, you will hear that at the time of the incident on Thursday afternoon, the woman was worried that her other 2 children were trapped after the wooden structure had fallen, but thankfully they were safe. Let's have a look.
Tiffany Waldron, 29 of Smithfield, New Amsterdam, Region 6, says her house collapsed shortly after her 4 children arrived home from school. She had asked one of them to go to the shop and another to fill a bucket of water from the pipe in the yard, and then she heard a cracking sound.
And the next thing I know is that I get pitched into the kitchen, and my son gets pitched back into the bedroom, and the house was on the ground.
Waldron says since then it is difficult for her to dwell in the building, especially using the bed to sleep. However, the mother of 4 has no other choice as for now. She noted that Thursday's incident is also affecting her children.
They didn't get to go to school yesterday because of the incident that happened, right? Because everything haywire, nothing in there to hand reach.
Can you live in this house as it is?
No, it's very uncomfortable. I don't even get to sleep in the night. Because if you go into the room, you can see that the bed, how the house fall and then in a slant. Yeah, and the bed, it's in there, it's slant too.
The government 10-day part-time worker says she's not in a financial position to fix the house at this point in time. The children's father is currently in the interior. As such, the mother is seeking the public's assistance to carry out the needed repairs.
I can't do nothing in the meantime because I'm not financially stable. Yeah, so I have to stay till better could be done.
Waldron can be contacted by telephone number 707-1062. For the Evening News, Andrew Carmichael.
Pooja Rambran joins us now to report that Parliamentary Affairs and Governance Minister Gail Teixeira has stressed the need to create and build synergy between different sectors and organizations in order to continue protecting the rights of migrants and refugees. Here is more.
Minister Teixeira made this remark on Friday during an event hosted by the United Nations Refugee Agency UNHCR to commemorate World Refugee Day, which was observed this past Tuesday. This day honors those who were forced to flee their origin countries largely due to political unrest, economic instability, or natural disasters. This year's theme was Hope Away from Home.
What we have to do is to work harder on how we're able to create synergies and collaboration between different sectors, different agencies such as UN and government and other funding agencies, so that we're all working in sync together in one aim of being able to protect the rights of those persons who are migrants coming into our country, and to ensure that we're doing the best that we can.
The minister added that the government is committed to ensuring that all migrants and refugees entering Guyana are taken care of as best as possible given its available resources. Reportedly, about 30,000 Venezuelan migrants are currently living in Guyana. However, Teixeira clarified that there is still a responsibility towards Guyanese citizens and other nationalities residing in the country.
We will continue to work to ensure that people coming in are not exploited, not abandoned, not being used by traffickers and others, because that's a responsibility we have. And we have also the importance of making sure that the children are taken care of, that they're safe, that they're in school, that they're able to get their vaccinations, etc.
According to a 2022 UNHCR global report, the number of forcibly displaced persons rose to 108 million people last year, with most of these individuals being hosted by low and middle-income countries. UNHCR Head of National Office in Guyana, Henri Sylvain Yakara, stated that this number has increased to 110 million in 2023.
This figure emphasizes the urgency and importance of involving all stakeholders in finding durable solutions for them. The concept of inclusion and access to rights and services plays a pivotal role in empowering forcibly displaced people to rebuild their lives and contribute to their host communities.
He further noted that in Guyana, UNHCR has witnessed remarkable resilience and capacity for inclusion, given the example of mutual support demonstrated between Venezuelans and indigenous persons who live within areas like Region 1. Pooja Rambaran for the Evening News.
Guyana's automotive market has been expanded with the introduction of United Kingdom-based Morris Garages Motors, as the globally renowned company officially launched its line of vehicles in the country on Friday. Here is Pooja Rambaran once more with the details.
This launch came through a collaboration between Massey Motors Guyana Limited and MG Motors' parent company SAC Motor, which is hailed as China's largest car maker. Massey Motors Guyana Chief Executive Officer Rohit Kunja announced that Massey Motors is the only distributor of MG Motors vehicles in Guyana.
With this addition of MG, many more of our Guyanese people will have the opportunity to experience ownership of new quality vehicles. This collaboration with MG will allow us to share compatible, innovative products from their exciting lineup.
3 MG models have been introduced to the country through this launch: MG3, MG ZS, and MG HS. Reportedly, Massey Motors Guyana's initial order totaled 100 vehicles, of which 83 units were received in May and over 30 were sold thus far. The cost of MG3, a distinctive hatchback, starts from $3.95 million, the MG ZS, a compact SUV, from $5 million, and the MG HS, a large and fully fledged SUV, from $5.7 million. Prime Minister Mark Phillips noted that this collaboration with MG Motors goes alongside the government's Low-Carbon Development Strategy 2030, as it marks a new horde of energy-efficient vehicles entering Guyana's transport sector.
The MG brand of vehicles will therefore create the opportunity for the importation of electric vehicles included in its fleet lineup. Massey Motors Guyana will soon embark on this new development, giving Guyanese access to this innovative and energy-efficient option for transportation. In preparation for this new era, our government has announced the removal of the 14% value-added tax for the importation of new electric vehicles. The Guyana Energy Agency has also ordered 6 EV charging stations for placement along Guyana's coast.
Meanwhile, Chinese Ambassador to Guyana Guo Huaiyan noted that the collaboration between Massey Motors Guyana and SAC Motor demonstrates a continued bilateral partnership between Guyana and China as the former continues on a path of rapid growth. Pooja Rambrand for the Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, June the 25th, 2023 at 900 hours for a period of 45 minutes and then again at 22:30 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 8:30 hours on Sunday, June the 25th, 2023, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
And now the local stock exchange market compliments of GASI. Digicel delighted at school's tournament return. This and more coming up in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp.
Turbo Energy Drink rolling out the Turbo Hot Summer Wheels promotion. Win a brand new 2023 Honda HR-V. Plus over $3 million in weekly cash and prizes. Just grab any bottle of Turbo Energy Drink, Buster or Classic, and locate the 8-digit code on the bottle. Then visit Turbo IG and Facebook at Turbo_Caribbean. For more details, conditions apply.
Play virtual blackjack for an exclusive gaming experience. Do you have what it takes to beat the dealer? Visit www.superbet.gy and check out all the different bet types. Must be 18 years and older. Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly. Superbet, your best bet.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.